The Eye Goddess. Quote, man today, stripped of myth, stands famished among all his past and must dig frantically for roots, be it among the most peculiar antiquities. What does our great historical hunger signify? Our clutching about us of countless other cultures, our consuming desire for knowledge. If not the loss of myth, of the mythic home, the mythic womb. Nietzsche. In 1937, while excavating an ancient Iana temple at Tel Brak, Max Mallowan, the archaeologist, husband of Agatha Christie, found thousands of figurines distinguished primarily by the prominent eyes. On the basis of their stratigraphical position, Mallowan dated the peculiar figurines, which he called eye idols, to the first half of the 3rd millennium BC, the Jemdet Nasr period. It was Mallowan's opinion that these idols represented the Sumerian goddess, Iana. Similar artifacts have been found all across prehistoric Europe. At Troy, for example, eye idols occur continuously from the first settlement 3000 to 2500 BC and the end of the 5th settlement 1900 to 1800 BC. The cult of the eye goddess was surprisingly widespread, being attested as far north as Great Britain, as far east as Mohenjo-Daro. With regard to the idols at the latter site, it has been claimed that they have a high antiquity in India, going back to well into the latter half of the 3rd millennium BC. Gimbutas would trace the European artifacts to the Neolithic period. The West European eye goddess of France, Spain, Portugal, and Great Britain is manifested in the stelas, figurines, amulets, and megalithic cultures dating from the 5th century to the 3rd millennium BC. Figure 2 shows various examples of the eye goddess from Neolithic Europe. Apparent at once is the fact that the goddess' eyes are formed by the so-called sun signs discussed in Chapter 5. In Figure 3, the eyes are formed by radiating suns, Rosetta-like suns, elsewhere serve as the goddess's eyes. That the Iana figurines from Tel Brak are analogues to those from prehistoric Europe is generally accepted. Gimbutas offered the following opinion. The resemblance of the figurines from the Temple of Tel Brak to stone idols of Spain and Portugal with the Akula motif is quite astonishing. While cultures throughout the ancient world chose to represent their beloved mother goddess by an eye, or by a figurine distinguished by concentric circles or sun signs, remains unexplained to this day. In our view, it is the goddess' celestial identification which provides the key to unlocking the mystery. Iana, as we have seen, was identified with a planet, which itself was compared to an eye, by peoples around the globe. The Mayan, as we have seen, the new Venus as No-Hok-Ik, great eye. The Polynesian people of Mangia had an analog's name for Venus, Tamuta Niwa, great eye. Similar ideas are apparent among the Ringa-Ringoru of Australia, who refer to Venus as Me-Mun-Guna, big eye. It was the Mesoamerican iconography, perhaps the peculiar symbolism of Venus, reached its greatest expression. Figure 4 depicts a classic Mayan glyph known to signify Venus. The resemblance to a pair of eyes is obvious and has frequently been noted by commentators, none of whom have suggested a plausible origin for the imagery. A similar symbolism attaches to the planet Venus in Aztec lore. Thus, figuring 5 appears ambiguously in Aztec iconography and is commonly regarded as Venus sign. It has long been recognized that a lidded circular eye framed by rays and lobes, also containing eyes, is almost certainly a star or planet, and that it sometimes represents the planet Venus. It forms parts of the sky bands represented in codices and Mixteca and Borgia group, as well as in the murals of Mitla in Oaxaca and Tulum in Santa Rita. The eye and the ray motif is also found in association with the sun disk, a motif that is also prominent at Chichen Itza.
Like a north wind whistling down the sky, I've got a song, I've got a song. Like a moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. And I'm gonna go there free. Like a fool I am and I'll always be. I've got a dream. I've got a dream. They can change their minds, but they can't change me. I've got a dream. I've got a dream. Oh, I know I could share it if you want me to. If you're going my way, I'll go with you. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by.